Anna thought her money and status gave her the right to mock the royal guard. When she threw her purse at Lieutenant James, expecting laughs, his calm yet powerful reaction left everyone in shock. As tensions soared and traditions clashed with blatant disrespect, what happened next would turn the entire crowd silent and change everything. But it all began with that one audacious move. London, an autumn day cloaked in a gentle fog. The historic buildings shimmer under the grey sky, and the Royal Guard stands stoically at Westminster Abbey, a living symbol of British tradition. Lieutenant James Harper, the epitome of discipline and honor, remains unflinching at his post. His red tunic immaculate, his stance perfect. James embodies everything the Guard stands for. Tourists swarm the area, more interested in capturing the perfect Instagram shot than respecting centuries-old customs. Among them is Anna Petrov, unmistakable in her bright swimsuit and oversized hat. She's the kind of tourist who mistakes tradition for a backdrop for her selfies. "Hey man, smile a little. Even your boots look boring," she calls out, laughter bubbling from her group. James nods politely, maintaining his composure. Seriously, who does she think she is? Just because she's paying for the privilege doesn't give her the right to mock. We all know the Royal Guard isn't here for your entertainment, you might think. But James doesn't respond. His silence speaks volumes, a silent reprimand that Anna clearly misses. The crowd around them buzzes with mixed reactions. Some tourists laugh, others shake their heads in disbelief. A few pull out their phones, capturing every moment of the unfolding drama. "Can you believe this guy?" one comments under his breath. "He's just doing his job," another retorts, eyes fixed on Anna's antics. James's face remains impassive, but inside, tension coils. These interactions aren't new, but today feels different, more charged. Anna steps closer, attempting to touch his iconic bearskin hat. "Let me see that up close," she demands, her tone dripping with entitlement. Seriously? Who does she think she is? It's infuriating to watch someone disrespect something so revered. The air thickens with anticipation, and it's clear this day is teetering on the edge of chaos. Everyone senses it. James's patience is wearing thin, and Anna's behavior is about to push things over the line. As the fog swirls around them, the clash between old-world dignity and modern irreverence becomes palpable. James stands as a bastion of tradition, while Anna personifies the blatant disregard for it. The stage is set, and the tension is almost unbearable. What's next? You can't help but feel a mix of anger and anticipation, knowing something's about to give. Anna and her entourage weren't done yet. They edged closer to James, their actions bolder with each passing minute. Anna reached out to touch his iconic red hat, her fingers grazing the delicate bearskin. "Let me see that up close," she demanded, smirking. Seriously, who does she think she is? It's not a souvenir to be handled on a whim. Rick, another tourist, grabbed the hat while James was momentarily distracted helping an elderly woman. "You must have been standing here forever." Rick laughed, pulling out his phone for a selfie with the hat dangling from his hand. "Come on, give me a smile, hero." James remained calm, gently but firmly taking the hat back. "Please respect the uniform," he said, his voice steady. But Anna wasn't having it. She tossed a few coins at his feet, expecting a reaction. "Look at this, guys. A free show." The crowd started to stir. Some tourists giggled, others frowned. "This is ridiculous," whispered a visitor nearby. "Why are they treating him like this?" But Anna pushed further, stepping on James's line. "Hey, guard! You're blocking the view! Move!" Rick, trying to impress his friends, leaned too close to the horse, accidentally kicking its side. The horse snorted and pawed the ground, startled. Chaos erupted. The horse stampeded, knocking into the line of guards. Coins flew, cameras flashed wildly, and Anna laughed, oblivious to the disruption. James felt his patience snap. Inside, he was furious. How dare they disrespect centuries of tradition for a few laughs? But outwardly, he maintained his composure, guiding the horse back with precise commands. "Everyone, please stand back," he ordered, his voice cutting through the noise. The crowd's reaction shifted. What started as amusement turned to concern. "Is he okay?" someone asked. "We need to calm down," another urged. Anna's group began to realize the gravity of their actions as the atmosphere thickened with tension. "Really, Anna?" one guard whispered to another, watching her face fall. The tourists' entitlement had crossed the line, and the public was no longer entertained. James's steadfastness contrasted sharply with their chaos, highlighting the absurdity of their behavior. As the horse settled and order was restored, the murmurs grew louder. "This is why we need to respect traditions," a bystander commented. "Look at him, handling everything like a pro." Anna glanced around, sensing the shift. Maybe now she understood the line she'd crossed. James stood tall, the embodiment of honor amidst the fallout. The crowd's support for him was palpable, their earlier amusement replaced by admiration. It was clear Anna's antics had gone too far, setting the stage for what was to come next. In the midst of the chaos, a sharp cry pierced the air. A little girl had lost her grip on her toy dog, and it tumbled between the horse's hooves, sinking into a muddy puddle. Without a second thought, James sprang into action. Breaking protocol, he approached the startled horse, soothing it with calm, authoritative commands. His hands moved deftly, retrieving the toy from under the hoof with surprising gentleness. "Look, everyone, even the strictest can show compassion," James declared, meeting Anna's eyes. Suddenly, the crowd hushed. Anna's mocking smile faltered, replaced by a flicker of respect. The onlookers began to applaud, their earlier amusement shifting to admiration. "Wow, I didn't expect that," one spectator murmured. "He's more than just a guard." Anna stood speechless, the weight of her actions dawning on her. She stepped forward, her bravado gone. "I'm sorry," she admitted, her voice shaky. "We were out of line." Rick, feeling the sting of guilt, helped James guide the horse back into position. The tension that had gripped the crowd began to dissipate, replaced by a collective sigh of relief. "Maybe we went too far," Rick conceded, scratching his head. James nodded, his expression softening. "Thank you. Let's all remember why we're here, to respect and honor these traditions." The crowd's support was palpable. Phones that had been snapping pictures now captured James's heroic moment, spreading quickly on social media. Comments flooded in, praising his actions and condemning the tourists' behavior. "True honor," one post read. "Respect our traditions." Anna and her group stood quietly, the earlier laughter replaced by remorse. The shift in the crowd was undeniable. What was once a scene of mockery had transformed into one of respect and admiration for James. As the fog began to lift, revealing the grandeur of Westminster Abbey once more, James adjusted his hat and returned to his post. The crowd parted respectfully, a newfound appreciation in their eyes. Anna lingered a moment longer, offering a sincere apology before joining her group, humbled by the day's events. "Guess we all learned something today," Rick said, shaking his head. "Respect goes both ways." James gave a small, dignified nod, the embodiment of tradition and honor, standing tall amidst the changing tides. The crowd dispersed with a renewed sense of respect, leaving behind a story of redemption and the enduring strength of true honor. The moment James saved the toy dog went viral. Social media exploded with clips of his heroic act, hashtags like #TrueHonor and #Respect traditions flooding feeds worldwide. The crowd's mood shifted instantly. Laughter and mockery turned to shame and embarrassment for Anna and her group. Anna glanced around, her earlier confidence evaporating. Tourists who were once laughing now looked away, some whispering apologies. The realization hit them hard. This wasn't a stage for their antics. Anna's phone buzzed non-stop as bystanders shared the video, condemning their behavior. James adjusted his hat, returning to his post amidst a wave of applause. "Finally, some respect," someone in the crowd muttered, echoing everyone's thoughts. Anna stepped forward, her voice barely above a whisper. "I'm sorry," she admitted, eyes downcast. "We didn't mean to disrespect." Rick, feeling the weight of his actions, approached James. "Yeah, we crossed the line," he confessed, helping to steady the horse. The once chaotic group now moved with subdued steps. the earlier bravado gone. Security stepped in, gently escorting Anna's group away. The tourists walked away, heads bowed, some wiping away tears of embarrassment. The crowd watched, a mix of approval and disappointment evident on their faces. "Who does that?" One spectator shook his head. "Some people just don't get it." James received pats on the back and sincere thanks from bystanders. A man approached, pointing to James's flawless hat. "Now I get why you guys are so serious. It's true art," he said with a smile. James nodded, a hint of a smile on his face. "Thank you," he replied, pride swelling in his chest. As the crowd dispersed, the atmosphere remained charged with respect. Anna's group was gone, but the lesson lingered. Tourists began to understand the importance of honoring traditions, rather than mocking them. The day's events left a lasting impression, a reminder that true honor and respect transcend fleeting moments of entertainment. James stood tall, the embodiment of tradition and honor. The fog lifted, revealing Westminster Abbey in all its glory once more. He resumed his vigilant watch, knowing today had reaffirmed the significance of his role. The crowd's respect was palpable, a silent vow to preserve the dignity of the Royal Guard. "Guess we all learned something today," Rick said quietly to James before departing. "Respect goes both ways." James gave a dignified nod, the weight of tradition and the triumph of respect settling comfortably around him. The day ended with a sense of restoration, leaving behind a story of humility, honor, and the enduring strength of true tradition.